Hello everyone and welcome to the David Braley Athletic and Recreation Center. My name is Harrison Myers. I'm joined once again with Matt Jandrew. Matt, we are ready. The basketball playoff season has begun. Fortunately, the women's game could not happen due to a lack of healthy players on the side of St. Lawrence. So that game, unfortunately, not available. However, the Mountaineers did pick up the victory. But we are here with the men's game between the Mohawk Mountaineers men and the Algonquin Wolves.
Yeah, Algonquin, the 6th seed over in the East Harrison, so it's going to be a game they're favored in, but a challenging start to the playoffs nonetheless. And as we get a look at the tail of the tape here, you can see the dueling records here. Mohawk finishing their season with 13 wins and 5 losses and a perfect 9-0 at home. So we've yet to call a loss, Harrison, and we're going to hope for more of the same for sure here today.
Yeah, it's very strange to see them with 5 losses because we haven't seen any of the losses as we've only commentated on the home games. So obviously must be a different story on some road games. However, looking at scores, they've been pretty close. And between two of these teams, they played each other in the playoffs. Matt, you were telling me last year the Mountaineers also picked up that victory. It was a home playoff win. So we'll be looking to continue that. Seen in sports a lot of teams that have lost in the first round consistently. Same opponent, the Leafs with the Bruins, the Kings with the Oilers, as we'll have a look at Iverson Chong and Marco Dosen.
Yeah, 2 players they're going to need to show up in a big way here. 2 of their veteran players that they've been relying on all season. Marco Dosen, obviously their big offensive weapon, and Iverson Chong, kind of that facilitator of everything on either side of the floor.
I'm wondering if it's playoffs, obviously 2 teams, different records, but we've seen our record sometimes doesn't matter. If we'll see a shortened bench from the Mountaineers side, we've usually seen, not necessarily everyone every game, but we've seen a certain amount of rotations, and I'm wondering if in this type of game, sometimes we've seen some players subbed off earlier. Obviously, Dosen, that was with an injury, but we've even seen Chong subbed off after a few minutes.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see too. I think it's going to depend a lot on how this first quarter goes. In the last few games we commentated, we didn't always see these Mountaineers men come out and have a hot start, especially in that last outing. They really struggled, but kind of got it back together as the second half went on. So I have a feeling if we get off to a good start, they're going to keep that usual rotation, but you're definitely right. If they get into a little bit of hot water, I wouldn't be surprised. We see a lot of the same faces in and out of the lineup, whether it's 6, 7 guys or kind of those starting 5, big name players. We'll have to wait and see.
Another packed out crowd, as it seems here in the D-Bark, as fans continue to fill in. It'll be interesting to see what the Mountaineers opt to do in their starting lineup. We have seen some similarities, but sometimes almost the complete opposite, with maybe 1 or 2 players returning in the starting lineup. Usually we've seen Dosen at the 1, but we've also seen some switches there, and we'll see if they do the exact same, as we will be getting ready now for the start of the game in about 5 minutes between the Algonquin Wolves and the Mohawk Mountaineers. We will be back shortly with player introductions and the national anthem.
And Recreation Center for OCAA playoff action. Featured in today's qualifying round game are the visiting Algonquin Wolves and your Mohawk Mountaineers. Mohawk College is a proud member of the Ontario Colleges Athletic Association and as a member adheres to the fair play policy as outlined by the OCAA. Mohawk College staff and the game officials have the right to remove any spectator exhibiting unsportsmanlike, rude, and or objectionable behavior as well as foul language during the match. Please cheer in a professional and sporting manner. We acknowledge that Mohawk College is situated on the traditional territory of the Haudenosaunee and the Anishinaabe nations within the lands protected by the Ditch with One Spoon Wampum Agreement and is currently home to many indigenous peoples from across Turtle Island. Now, if I could ask you to please rise if you're able to and remove your hats for the playing of O Canada. And now here are the starters for the visiting Algonquin Wolves. Starting at guard number 3, Shaim Brown. Starting at guard number 6, James Teixeira. Starting at forward number 8, PJ Hackshaw. Starting at forward number 21, Aiden Jelani. And starting at forward number 31, Haven Holder. And the head coach for the Algonquin Wolves is Trevor Costello. For your Mountaineers. Starting at point guard from Oakville, Ontario, number 3, Iverson Shaw. Starting at guard from Hamilton, Ontario, number 5, Scotty Jenkins. Starting at guard from Scarborough, Ontario, number 13, Jerry Jr. Mercury. Starting at guard from Markham, Ontario, number 14, Kazim Raza. And starting at forward from Hamilton, Ontario, number 17, Marco Dawson. And the head coach for your Mountaineers is Jamie Gerald.
So the usual suspects in there, Harrison.
Yep, the starting lineup that we thought we were going to see as it's playoff time. Matt, you can feel it in the building. Obviously, big game tomorrow in Olympic hockey for Canada, but for now, our nerves will have to be diluted from that game to this one that is happening right now. It is about to begin between the Mohawk Mountaineers and Algonquin Wolves. Rematch of last year's first round is tip-off won by the Wolves, but Chong says thank you very much and intercepts the tip. Hands it off to Mercury. Mercury off to Jenkins. Attacking, kicks it out. Chong doesn't take the 3, now attacks again. Kicks it out. Jenkins catches. Step back for 3. Bang! What a start for Jenkins!
That's exactly the script they would have dreamed up coming into this one. Scotty Jenkins getting things going with a big 3-pointer early on.
And now maybe return fire. Time from the Wolves. No good. Rebound collected. Dosen, in a world of trouble, does end up forcing the missed shot. That time coming from Holder. And now Dosen kicks it out. Chong. Jenkins wide open again. That time no good. Rebound battle for it, got bounced in front. And now here come the Wolves again. Shaim Brown. He's double teamed, has it swatted away. But the Wolves keep possession. Brown gets it right back. That time from Hackshaw. Long 3 is up and good. Return fire does come. This time it's Gilani.
One certainly has a playoff atmosphere, even in the first minute and 15 seconds here. Both teams coming out with a lot of energy and a lot of pace.
Handoff swatted away. Mountaineers do keep possession.
See Jerry Jr. Mercury. He wasn't always in the starting lineup. He's in there today, and probably just for his rebounding ability.
Pass by Jenkins, finds Dosen. Beautiful little raindrop or waterfall, whatever you want to call it.
Drop that right into a bucket for Marco Dosen, who gets his first 2 points of the playoff campaign.
Holder. Off to Teixeira. Back outside, Shaim Brown. Brown, floater, no good. Raza deflects the rebound. It's now Jenkins across. Mercury catches it, keeps it in bounds. Fakes the pass to Cass, but that pass to Chong is stolen away. And now the Wolves come the other way, and the layup is good from Hackshaw. Mercury quickly up the court. He'll pull back. Kicks it out Jenkins, now to Chong. Chong wants a screen from Dosen. Gets it. Passes down low. Dosen, layup is good. And Marco Dosen early on is starting to heat up.
Well, one thing to take note of, the Wolves are significantly undersized, especially in the paint, so look for them to feed Marco Dosen like they have already twice in the first quarter and really take advantage of that height disparity down low.
That one tipped away by Mercury, goes out of play, and the Mountaineers take back possession, forcing the turnover. Seen a couple of those for both teams. Now will be Chong. Chong looking at Kaz in the corner. Receives a screen from Dose. Maybe going for the same play. This time kicks it out. Kaz wide open. Splash!
Offensively, firing on all cylinders here on the Mountaineers side.
Other than the one miss on the three that time from Jenkins, the Mountaineers have looked very good. Kick out wide open look, Holder. In and out, Mercury the rebound. So your point, Matt, about wanting more rebounding ability is at least true in that case. Chong attacking, layup no good, but a goaltend call. I thought it was either a goaltend or maybe a foul, not on the blocker, but on the player defending Chong.
Yeah, I think was a misunderstanding there between referee and head coach Trevor Costello on the Algonquin side.
Now Brown attacking Kaz. Step back jumper, no good. Rebound collected. Second chance effort coming from Holder is good. Now it's Kaz. Slowing things down. Finds Mercury. Mercury fakes it. Kicks it out Dosen. Dosen to Jenkins. Shot clock down to 10. Jenkins finds Dosen. Layup. Just no good. Rebound collected by the Wolves as it is Galani. Now Brown, his pass intercepted by Dosen. Another play by him. Defensively, that long pass to Jenkins. He does just catch it. Back out to Chong. Dosen to Kaz. Kaz tries to make the pass to Mercury. Mercury does get it after it goes off the hand. Kicks it out Chong, open for three. Short. Mercury the rebound. Mercury. Now he attacks, goes for the layup. No foul called, and the Wolves take back possession.
But early on, they're seeing Mercury coming up big with multiple offensive rebounds just on that possession alone.
Mountaineers will make the first subs of the game, and trio change, a musketeer trained, if you will, with Richards, Adam, and Kalura coming in. All names we've seen before. Obviously, Upton Adam in the last home game he commentated was the MVP of that one.
And he led them in their first round playoff matchup last year against Centennial in scoring. So a player who can perform in the big moments.
Turnaround jumper, short. Adam with the rebound off the miss from Teixeira. Now it's Kalura. Kalura pulls back out, hands it off. Richards down low. Mercury the slam! Showtime in the first 5 minutes.
Jerry Mercury been an absolute machine here early on, and that's the exclamation point on what's been a great opening run for the Mountaineers.
Brown hands it off this time to Hackshaw. PJ Hackshaw kicks it back out, now it goes down in the quarter. Gilani goes for the floater, no good. Kalura the rebound. 7-point lead for the Mountaineers as Chong brings it up. Chong pulls up for three. No good that time from Iverson Chong. Rebound bounces off the head of Teixeira. Now Galani comes back the other way. Hands it off to Brown as the Wolves slow things down. Brown off the pick and roll. Kalura couldn't get the ball, instead reach into an arm, as the Mountaineers do make more substitutions, and I think that'll take out everyone from the starting lineup.
So I guess they are going to go to deep in their bag in terms of bench players. They're getting all the regular rotation members in early on in this first quarter. Obviously, the 7-point lead you see on the scoreboard certainly never hurts in terms of opening up options on the bench.
A timeout called by the Wolves as they're down 7 early. Not the biggest deficit, but they have struggled offensively for the most part of this quarter.
Maybe just some of those first playoff game jitters afflicting them a little bit here. Mohawk coming out so sharp, shooting the ball. I think that first make by Scotty Jenkins just got them right into the game from the get-go, and from that point on, aside from a couple of turnovers they had right around the beginning, it's been almost a spotless performance for the Mountaineers so far.
If you do remember the last time we commentated a Mountaineers home game, they started off hot with the starting lineup, but once the bench came in, things kind of slowed down completely in a comeback. I think they were up by 10 at one point. A comeback was made.
Yeah, they had to get a bit of a wake-up call from head coach Jerry Lametto at about this point when, like you said, that lead had completely evaporated. So we'll see if they are a little bit more consistent playing a full 10-minute opening quarter here, and they can maintain control against an opponent who's looking to force an upset here in round number 1 of the OCAA playoffs.
We'll have to see if Omafoma, who's checked in, will be big enough to deal with Holder. It's off the inbound pass, down low to the corner. Teixeira back out and stolen away by Adam. Adam attacking, layup, no good, no foul called off the hands of Raganetti. Good try that time, but the Wolves get away with that turnover. Now it is Brown, guarded closely by Richards. Brown off into the side of Teixeira. Teixeira attacking, step back jumper is good for his first make. Quickly, almost immediately, Kalura attacking, goes for the layup, no! Down low, Omafoma who lays it in, so quick 2 points in response.
Kalura with an amazing assist, more of a defensive specialist, but right there getting involved in the offense and facilitating that pass to Omafoma.
Adams says thank you very much, picks it up. Omafoma can't get the rebound, now Brown will take it away. His outlet pass is caught and laid in, that time from PJ Hackshaw.
And it's clear Algonquin wants to attack in transition here. A bit of a smaller team. So you see Jalen Jackson come in. They're going to look to use their speed all game long if they can.
Jalen Jackson, another name we've seen quite a bit, subbing in. He'll get it in the corner, fakes the jumper, back out Raganetti. Raganetti kicks it out, Richards, pull up 3, splash in the shooting. Threes galore continue for the Mountaineers.
And that could spell trouble for the Wolves. The Mountaineers get hot like they can from beyond the three-point line, especially here at home. They've shot the ball incredibly well from beyond the arc all season, as we see first set of free throws coming here in this one.
First shooting foul committed by either team. The Mountaineers, as Jackson got a little bit too handsy that time on Hackshaw. First free throw was no good from Hackshaw, able to get the second. Raganetti, a bit of a 2-3 zone seemingly from the Wolves. Adam to Jackson. Now Richards with it. The way to get out of zone is by moving the ball. Adam attacking, kicks it out. Jackson's pass goes almost behind his back and he just can't keep it alive. As Jenkins gets ready to sub back in.
First quarter's flying by here, Harrison. Not a lot of whistles. You said not a lot of fouls. This one has been high octane from the start.
Layup that time from Hackshaw, no good. Good defense by Richards. Dante Richards attacking, goes for the layup and a foul called, so he'll get a chance at the line to continue what has been a good first quarter for him. As Kaz as well gets ready to step back in. Fun fact for you, actually, Kaz is the roommate to my best friend since we were both 4 years old's brother.
Oh, what do you know? It's a small world after all, Harrison.
It is a small world after all. As the Wolves will make their first sub of this one. As we see Peter Jockeye subbing in for the first time. The Mountaineers, who have basically changed their entire team almost, at least for moments in this game, compared to the Wolves just making the one sub.
And that speaks to that depth that we've talked about all season on this Mountaineer squad. Yeah, about 10 to almost 12 players they go to on a regular basis. And everyone's kind of had a chance to get involved offensively and defensively here today.
I'm sure the minutes will be somewhat restricted. However, at least for now, Coach Jerry Lametto relying on his bench, and just like that, Richard says thank you with the steal. Does slow things down. Jenkins gives it right back to him. Richard, screen from Omofoma. Step back, jumper, no good. Kaz picks up the rebound, back out to Richard. Fires the three again. Short Jackson, the rebound, keeps it alive. Kicks it out to Jenkins again. Now Jenkins slows things down. Shot clock winding down. Kicks it out, Richards, third three, and this time it goes.
Third time is the charm for Dante Richards, who got that whole possession going with a steal.
Now Brown attacking Jackson. Goes for the jumper over Omofoma, no good. Rebound collected. One back out into the corner, Jelani. He kicks it out, Teixeira. Teixeira guarded by Kaz, shot clock winding down. Goes for the spinning jumper, will fire it. Good defense from Kaz as that one doesn't fall. Jenkins in transition to Kaz, corner, Richards again. In and out as it just rolled around. And now the other way from the Wolves as a foul called with under a minute to go. And two more subs coming for the Mountaineers and one for the Wolves.
They'll get the rest of that starting lineup back in for the Mountaineers. As this is as good of a start as they could probably imagine drawing up. And they've been letting the threes fly, no hesitation. Obviously that was a prerogative for head coach Jerry Lametto.
Maybe even more of a prerogative, Matt, was to get the rebounds, because Richards missed the first two, got the rebound, and confidence didn't stop Matt, so he was able to make the third.
Yeah, and it's that size advantage, just top to bottom on both these rosters. Seems to be coming into play on that end of the floor.
Jelani with the and one that time. Foul committed by Jenkins, so he'll get a chance at the line to make it a three-point play. The lead has reached double digits for the first time in this one.
Algonquin, although they have seemingly tried to play the transition game as much as possible, might need to slow things down a little bit here and just find a way to build some offensive continuity and rhythm. Because right now they're kind of playing right into the Mountaineers' hands.
Strong down low to Kaz, who lays it in, and alley-oop. Two passes, just give and goes between Jenkins and Chong, and then he lobs it up to Kaz, who says thank you very much. Three up that time, no good from McGuader. Now Chong once again bringing it up. No shot clock now, so he'll decide to probably wind this down for one last shot. Guarded closely by James Teixeira. Under 10 seconds, Chong, Mercury for three, he's got it!
Icing on the cake there for Jerry Jr. Mercury as he gets in. Oh, goodness!
From 3 quarters, McGuader with a rainbow shot. I think he did get it off in time.
They're gonna say it's good. It's a good basket. Holy cow. I gotta take another look at that one.
They got it off, and Jenkins was playing defense too. Jenkins was right there.
Well, I mean, I'm speechless. If you're Algonquin, frustrating opening quarter, but I mean, that certainly eases the pain a little bit.
You still find yourself down by 11, but that definitely feels like maybe some momentum going your way. As McGuader, who had just missed the 3 earlier, says, okay, I missed that, but let me make a 3 from almost before court, basically from his own free throw line. We have a look back at highlights, and it was a first quarter of rebounding, offensive rebounds, and three-point shooting from the Mountaineers.
Yeah, they let it fly from beyond the arc, and early on it looked like they might try to feed Marco Dozen and their bigs inside all game long. As the first few possessions, aside from that opening three from Scotty Jenkins, they were pounding the paint, but it turned into a bit of a artillery barrage from beyond the line, and I don't see why you'd stop until the luck and the scoring dries up from that range, because they've been red hot so far.
Yes, they have. We'll take a quick 30-second break. We'll be back with the second quarter. Second quarter of action underway after, I guess who has the ball? It's McGuater, who apparently you can't leave open anywhere. He has decided that he can make, I think that's definitely the furthest shot we've seen.
Yeah, I think that's fair to say.
I don't know if that could ever be recreated again, but it happened and we have video proof.
Regardless of the outcome of this one, I think that goes on the personal highlight reel.
I think it does, as now shot clock winding down in the post holder against Dosen. Spinning jumper, no good. McGuater with the rebound. His second attempt, no good. Holder with the miss. And finally, one more real fault. Now Chong with it. Hands it off to Mercury. Now a 9-point game. 10-point lead for the Mountaineers. Dosen, Chong. Dribbles in, thought about the three, doesn't take it. Kaz open, he's got another!
And they are just absolutely scorching hot now, Harrison. Forget about a heat check, they're way beyond that at this point. And this is a recipe for disaster if you're the visiting Wolves, I think.
Wolves leaving the Mountaineers somewhat open, and the Mountaineers making them pay. Mercury.
And that's the kind of thing he does, fighting for that rebound. Let's see what the call is made here.
I think Mercury was talking about how he bounced it off a Wolves defender, and they reverted the call. Now Chong with it. 12-point lead for the Mountaineers. Finds Dosen. Dosen. Still in the post, almost lost it. What a pass to Mercury. Foul call. Marco Dosen with a circus. Maybe some Nikola Jokic in his futures. Look at that little pass, man.
That was pretty.
Kind of lost my words there because I didn't really know how to describe that.
He's got just a bit of a Jokic-esque play for sure. Mercury going into some hard contact, makes the first of 2 free throws here. And the Wolves bench is a bit incensed with the last few minutes of refereeing, and I think probably just of gameplay in general.
Sounds like Czechia's bench as well, as now the Wolves bringing it up once again. They have had their struggles offensively, however, have looked better as of recently, as that one off the hands, that time of McGuater. So the Mountaineers say, thank you very much, we'll take it right back.
And you're right, the Wolves have looked better this quarter than last, but the way Mohawk's shooting the basketball right now, it's just too much to overcome.
Step back three, Mercury, no good. Dosen battling for the rebound, can't get it, and now the Wolves might press the other way. Still slowing things down is Webster. Webster gets it back, almost lost it. Trying to kick it out, and does. Chong deflects it, not stolen. Kaz tried to get it as well. And now things slow down just a little bit. Driving, Dosen the block. A bit of a stuff, and the Wolves keep possession. Inbound, Webster, layup is good.
Great inbound set there from the Wolves. Need to capitalize on those kind of buckets if they want a chance of getting back into this one.
Jenkins, Kaz, will fire, just short. Dosen gets the rebound. Jenkins, Chong. That time it is a travel. Did seem like he just took that step just a bit too much.
Half a second. And that'll be timeout first called by the Mountaineers.
Just a reset as they have been in control for most of this game and of course this quarter. Probably just to get a breather, drink some waters. We'll have a highlight package your way of the man who just finally missed his first three, just short, but before that, all over the court.
Yeah, and obviously, like we said, Coach Jerry Lometto giving everyone the free fire order coming into this one, and Kaz has been a big part of that, and you saw him get that beautiful feed from Iverson Chong in that highlight package too, down low. It just feels like
their game to lose.
It's their game to lose. I mean, we knew based just looking at the tail of the tape before the game, they were the favorite. And I think the difference is just the shooting percentage right now is just too much to overcome for Algonquin. They needed to play a much tighter defensive game, and maybe they came in thinking, you know, interior battle, more Marco Dozen's kind of style game, mid-range and in the paint, and it's been a bit of a Golden State Warriors-esque offensive approach for the Mountaineers. Maybe not what the game plan was on the Wolves side, but it's worked gangbusters right now for the Mountaineers.
That's the thing too, they have gone down low to Dosen and really anybody in a forward position, so that has always been an option as well.
Yeah, and they have to respect that. That's leaving a lot of shooters open, a lot looser defense out on the perimeter.
Brown kicks it out, driving is McGuader, layup no good, but the second chance opportunity from Holder is good as Haven Holder continues his solid start to this one. Has Jenkins, long three, in and out. Rebound Holder. Holder. Side is now. Zim drives in. Hands it off to Brown. More substitutions coming in for the Mountaineers. Brown kicks it out. James Teixeira and a foul called. This time on Chong.
Chong just getting called on the reach there as we'll see Kalura come back in. Saw Wolves execute an inbound play perfectly a few minutes ago. We'll see if they have another set loaded up here.
Waiter now, Kalura with the steal, just can't keep it alive, but off the bench, she's on the move. Already with an impact play looking like a safety. She was unlucky not to corral that errant pass. Shot clock winding down, Brown driving. McGuader from the corner, he's got another circus shot. This time much closer, but still off balance with the shot clock down to almost zero. Richards, step back jumper, shimmy, shimmy, yay! Dante Richards continues his hot start.
They needed that basket as they had dried up a little offensively in their own right over the last couple minutes, and now Jerry Mercury's got, or Dante Richards, excuse me, has them back on the scoreboard.
Waiter with the quick make right back, and that pass deflected away, so the Mountaineers will keep possession. Subs made for both teams. Raganetti checking back in as well as Jackson. For the Knights, it is Eden Jelani coming back in as well. Richards on the inbound. Kicks it out, Raganetti. Fires the three and makes the three. Leave them open and they'll make you Doesn't matter who it is.
Just going to say, take what they're giving you. Raganetti getting involved in the three-point bonanza here.
Now it's James Teixeira. Jelani plays it down low. Holden does get the roll as Mercury, much undersized compared to him. The difficult task there as Kalura almost loses it, keeps it, makes the pass to Richards. Richards down low to Jackson. He will go for the layup, no good, but a foul call. So he'll go to the line and shoot two.
That was two great heads-up plays. Kalura looked like he might have been in some trouble. See, that's a clear foul there, in my opinion. But
it's definitely foul. His arms are just too, they're not vertical enough. They're sort of moving horizontally. You can see the contact, although not a lot. It wasn't like a slap when your arms are pointed down. Jackson first free throw is good. As you said, Matt, the Mountaineers, they'll keep taking open threes. Even if you miss them, they'll keep shooting them, because eventually they'll go in. And so far today, almost all of them have just done that, just go in. As Jackson makes both free throws.
they've been shooting such a high volume. Percentage might not be above 40 right now, but it's been more than enough to get them the lead they're enjoying right now.
Holder kicks it out corner. Teixeira is good, so they return fire from the Knights. We've seen a couple of those, not as consistent as the Mountaineers yet. Have made a couple threes in return. Jackson, Richards, long three, short. Jackson the rebound. He'll hold on to it. Now Richards will take it right back. Corner, Jackson fakes the three. Attacking, layup, no good. Rebound collected Jelani. Jelani's pass almost goes out as McWader has to do an acrobatic catch. Stolen away by Richards. He intercepts the pass. Raganetti up to Kalura. Kalura slows things down. Now attacks, kicks it out. Richards for three. He's got another. He won't make them all, but he'll make them when he wants to.
Big play defensively by Dante Richards, looking like a cornerback. Little Jalen Ramsey action on the other end. Steph Curry impression with a man in his face. Draining another three-pointer, adding to the impressive total today for the Mountaineers.
Brown with a beautiful pass down low to Holder. And you know, they've missed threes, Matt, but they've made more than they've missed by quite a margin.
Sure have.
It's now Raganetti with speed to Kalura. Kalura hands it off. Richards stepping in, step back three. No good, rebound collected by McWader. McWader with the outlet pass. Teixeira attacking, he goes in, layup is good, and a foul called, so he'll get a chance at the line to complete the three-point play.
The Wolves not letting this one get out of hand, exactly what they need to do after a rough start. They've certainly opened things up offensively a lot for them in the second quarter. Mohawk maybe needs to adjust defensively a little bit just to stay on top of this one. Have the field general Scotty Jenkins coming on the floor along with Adam, who's been a big piece for this team defensively. So we'll see if that brings about any changes.
Free throw no good. Omofoma just can't keep it alive. So the Wolves will keep possession, and that for the concerns you may have had for the bench from the last game we saw, at least in that first shift that we saw, they look pretty terrific.
Yeah, I think they've stepped up in a big way and atoned for any lackluster moments from that last home performance. Even though it was a win still, it didn't cost anything major, but they've certainly, like you said, played their role today.
Brown now with it. Attacking Raganetti, goes for the layup, and he gets it to fall. Beautiful make there. The lead continues to shrink just a little bit. Mountaineers definitely would like some points here. Raganetti, Jenkins, attacking, kicks it out, Raganetti. He's stuck in the corner, his pass to Adam, wide open three, he's got it!
Just a mild space there for Adam. He makes the Wolves pay with a dagger there to cut their run off.
Every time it seems like the Wolves could come back, the Mountaineers are left wide open for three as Omofoma with the block. Now Adam finds Jackson, Jenkins, open three. Can't get it to roll. the other way. Comes the Wolves again. Farouk McWader. Still holding on to it. Guarded closely by Jenkins. McWader lobs it to Holder. Holder into the corner. Jelani, air ball. Rebound off the hands of Jackson. So the Wolves keep possession as both teams making at least one sub. The Mountaineers again with more subs. The Wolves have really yet to make, I think, maybe even a two-man sub now.
And now looks like we got a timeout from the Wolves, who have looked like they may be on the precipice of completing a comeback. But a couple of quick scores, including a three-pointer from the Mountaineers, have kind of regained them a little bit more of that breathing room they've been enjoying throughout this one. But it definitely has a playoff feel, as the Wolves are not going to go away quietly no matter what here.
No, for sure, but it's costing them is leaving the Mountaineers open for three. Yes, the Mountaineers have missed, showing that they are human, but they've definitely made a lot more, and it's really been just wide open looks.
And I mean, if nothing else, they've made the Wolves realize you have to respect just about anybody on this lineup. I mean, we saw Raganetti earlier make them pay, giving him way too much space. We saw Adam. It's not just these big three-point names like a Scotty Jenkins, you know, Iverson Chong, the people that we've seen score from that range all year. It's the entire roster that's turned it on today, shooting at a different level, and it is the reason they're still up in this one. Otherwise, I'd say other aspects of the game has been pretty 50-50.
Rebounding was dominated mostly by the Mountaineers. However, in the last couple minutes, the Wolves have been able to get offensive rebounds of their own. It's Jelani on the inbound. The Wolves struggled on their last inbound. Will just get it into Brown. Shot clock down, and Chong says thank you very much with the steal. He attacks his layup, no good. Adam can't get the rebound, but Jenkins does. Dosen, Jenkins. He'll step in. Still with it, kicks it out. Chong fakes the three. He attacks. Outside, Adam. And a travel called. So the jumper won't go. And the Wolves will take it right back. Jelani inbounds to Brown. Brown guarded closely by Chong. Teixeira has it tipped away by Jenkins. Here's Teixeira. Still with it. Tosin there to support. Teixeira attacking. Step back jumper short. Jenkins the rebound. Jenkins will bring it up. Now he'll explode. Kicks it out. Cass. Chong trying to find Dosen. Off the foot that time of Brown. So the Mountaineers keep possession.
And now we'll see that starting lineup completed once again with Jared Jr. Mercury back in the lineup. Maybe he can help turn around the lack of offensive rebounds that helped him so much in the first quarter. We haven't seen quite as many here in the second.
Jenkins to Dosen, back to Jenkins. Jenkins attacking, layup, no good. Dosen can't get the rebound. Quick outlet pass to Brown. Brown with the layup, and it's good. Lead down to 6. Chong attacking, layup, no good, as it is blocked that time by Holder. This ball picked up Brown to Teixeira, and now Holder with the slam to make the lead down to 4 as a comeback from the Wolves nearing the end of this first half, second quarter.
They have the biggest momentum swing they've enjoyed so far, with 2 big plays by Holder, one defensively with a huge block, and then coming down with one of the most emphatic jams we've probably seen here at the D-Park this season. So they're still in that 4-point deficit, but a 4-point deficit is the smallest the lead for the Mountaineers has been since early in the first quarter, excuse me. Overall, it's not feeling quite as sharp as it was early on. It felt like Mohawk had really found that playoff gear, and then they've maybe slipped into some of those mistakes, some of the errors they make when they get a little bit too comfortable that we saw in the last couple performances. But right now, hasn't cost them the lead, but they're going to need to step it back up to make sure they stay on top heading into the half.
Just haven't been able to get those layups to fall as of late, as credit the Algonquin Knight deep defense that has stepped up.
I think they need to just get themselves into easy shots. Keep it really simple now to get yourself scoring again, and whether it's getting away from the three-point line or whatever it is you need to do, just find your way to get some easy buckets here and build this lead back up.
On to Kaz, can't keep it alive. Just like that, the Knights take possession right back with a chance to make it a one-possession game. Under a minute left in the second quarter. Brown guarded by Chong. Brown holding on to it, almost lost it, keeps it, Jelani. Jelani Teixeira. Outside now, Hackshaw. Holder, jumper, does not fall for him. Now it's Mercury. He pushes in. Mercury attacking, has it swatted away, but a foul called.
And Algonquin receiving a caution here for the animated, to say the least, reaction there, Harrison.
Well, it's good to know we have Oscar winners beside us, Mattas. Great acting going on out there. Surprised it wasn't a tech. A warning is definitely lucky, as that was a diving effort from the coaching staff of the Wolves. Off the inbound now, both free throws good from Mercury. Hackshaw gets it right back from Jelani. He attacks his layup, in and out, dosing the rebound. No shot clock on, so the Mountaineers will like to take the last shot. If it's anything like the first quarter, Matt, we might see some heroics. However, McGuader is not on the court.
Nothing would surprise me after that one.
Outside Kaz, open three. Finally he misses, Jelani to Brown. Brown will have to fire, and blocked by Mercury, as this time he does not leave it up to fate.
Yeah, they wanted none of that last-minute shot this time around. They certainly learned their lesson, even though it was from behind the free throw line on the other side of the court last time around. Jerry Jr. Mercury making no doubt about it. A dramatic first half, to say the least, Harrison. Just about everything you can ask for. Three-point shooting, controversial officiating, and
we will now take our 15-minute break, as you'll have a look at some highlights, as we will be back in about 15 minutes with second half action, third quarter. Mountaineers so far in this game in control with the three-point shooting, but the Wolves have been able to come back. We will be back shortly in about 15 minutes.
Thank you very much for coming out today, boys. That was your Yule and basketball team. Enjoy the rest of the game today. Thank you. Ready?
are back with second half action here in the third quarter. Mountaineers will start with it. Scotty Jenkins on the inbound. It has been a three-point barrage, Matt.
Nine three-pointers made in that first half.
9 3-pointers. However, the Wolves have been able to keep within striking distance, only down by 6. So we are underway with Harrison Chong. Back to Jenkins. Jenkins. Mercury. Quick pass. Dosen. Oh, somehow missed. I think it just rolled off his fingers. And now the Wolves come the other way.
Wolves who were surging at the end of that second half, cutting the deficit down to the smallest it had been since the opening minutes. See if they have more momentum in store.
Jenkins able to steal that one away, slows it down, tried to find Mercury, has it tipped, but Jenkins recovers, and now Chong will slow things down. The lead was as low as 4, now at 9. Chong kicks it out, Mercury, Jenkins, Dosen, he hits 3, no good. Rebound collected by Brown. Jelani. Guarded closely by Mercury, no dribble for him, so he passes it to Brown. As on him. Brown off the screen, back outside. Textera attacking Chong. Thought about the jumper, does take it, gets it to fall. Tough shot for him. Chong was all over him, but great offense. Chong outlet pass quickly to Mercury. Mercury slows it down. Chong to Jenkins. Kaz attacking. Mercury steps up into the 3, no good. Kaz able to get the rebound, tips it off to Chong. Mercury this time fakes the 3. Now attacks. Layup, no good. And a foul, offensive foul called on Mercury. So the 4-point lead for the Mountaineers is what they will have, Matt, as the Wolves get back possession.
Well, Mercury drawing 2 players in on that drive, but just collecting a little bit too much contact along the way and gets the charge to go along with it. And Mountaineers still searching for basket number 1 in the second half as the Wolves look to make it a 1-possession basketball game.
Textera to Jelani. Jelani's pass deflected off the hands of Holder. Textera keeps it back. Kicked outside now. As the shot clock winds down, the shot has to go up as Hackshaw won't get it to fall. It's off his hands. Actually, no, it's off Mercury's hands. So the Wolves keep possession.
Mountaineers need to regain control of the interior. They lost the points in the paint battle 32-14. Obviously, they were having that shooting barrage from beyond the 3-point line.
Off the foul committed by Dosen. The Wolves keep possession once again off the inbound. Outside Textera. James Textera. Double team. Can't find anyone. Does kicks it out. Hacksaw now. Hackshaw's jumper is good, so the lead down to 2. The Mountaineers once again pushing pace, but once again they're forced to slow down. Had a few of those chances. Kaz to Chong. Chong attacking. Outside back. Mercury down low off the beautiful feed. The lead back up to 4.
Love that play by Chong and Mercury there. That's the basket they needed. Get them into some kind of rhythm here, hopefully, if they can pick up a stop or 2. It's the Algonquin team that is offensively outplaying them right now.
Great defense from Chong, forces the miss from Brown. Mercury attacking, and he's called a foul called that time on the Wolves. And that'll send him to the line for 2.
Perfect 8 for 8 from the free throw line in half number 1 on the Mountaineers side. So didn't have an abundance of opportunities from the stripe, but they made the most of the ones they did, and they get a first opportunity relatively early here, or a little bit earlier. I think it wasn't until the second quarter, really late in the first, that we saw their first free throws in half number 1.
Mercury does make the first. It seemed like a game that was in the Mountaineers' control with those 3-pointers. The Wolves were able to battle back, and they've done just that to start the third quarter.
Well, that's do or die basketball, Harrison. I mean, playoffs are never going to be done deal no matter what the stat line is. And the Wolves certainly have made it a much closer contest here.
It is single elimination as Brown with the pass and the slam once again from Holder.
And that has been the MVP, in my opinion, for the Wolves, just wreaking havoc inside that Mountaineer defense. They have had no answer for Holder so far.
Chong loses it, and the shot up is good, and once again a 4-point swing for the Wolves. As inbound pass deflected away by Jelani, he goes crashing into the Mountaineer bench.
Look for the timeout to come here from Jeremiletto. He's looking flabbergasted on the, and I don't blame him. I mean, they haven't given up the lead yet. They haven't trailed at any point since the opening sequences, but it's just felt like they've kind of lost a bit of their grip on the game. They had such a, and I mean, I guess when that 3-point, free-for-all kind of dries up, you have to find other ways, changes you wanted to make are not going through here.
This time it's the starting lineup that kind of slowed things down, as Richards, who had the hot hand in the first half, Omofoma to Adam, Kalura hands it off to Richards. Richards, shot clock starting to wind down, attacks, kicks it out, Kalura, open three, this time no good, in and out. Now Jelani to Brown, a chance to get the game tied for the first time since really the beginning of this one. Brown attacking, layup, no good, Omofoma the rebound. Omofoma up to Jackson. Jackson with pace, layup no good, and a foul called, and that'll send him to the line for two.
I don't mind that decision by Jackson. Saw a bit of an opening. Maybe been guilty of making one too many passes, so although the basket doesn't fall, he gets a free 2 shots here. Looks like he did collect enough contact on the way up there to warrant that call, no doubt.
Teams make subs. Jackson able to make the first, so lead back up to 3. Second free throw no good, so it won't be a 2-possession game. Off the bench, McGuader back out there. Made some acrobatic 3-pointers, to say the least. Down into the corner now. Jumper up from Jelani, no good. Rebound off the hands of Adam, but able to be collected. Now Richards. Richards to Jackson. Now Adam, Kalura, wide open. Can't make the Wolves pay once again. McGuader now. He'll slow things down. Spin move right there. Almost keeps it, but just couldn't quite do that. As Richards will get back the ball.
Almost adding on to his highlight reel day with a couple of big 3-pointers. Almost had a fancy post move, to add to the collection, but like you said, couldn't quite reel in the ball on the spin.
Adam attacking, layup, no good, but a foul called. So that'll send him to the line. It's the Mountaineers, who didn't get to the free throw line, as you said, Matt, much in the first half. They've gotten to the free throw line a lot in this third quarter.
Haven't come at a crucial time for them when they almost let the chokehold they had on the Wolves slip away and almost saw the lead completely evaporate. Now they've been given an opportunity to maintain that lead and maybe build it back up to double digits like they had at one point. We'll start with a second make here from Adam, and he will do it.
Adam sinks both with relative ease. McGuader, guarded by Kalura, who had a couple open looks, but just couldn't get it to fall. Almost has it stolen away, and now Jelani. He attacks, and a travel call, so the Mountaineers take possession right back. As the Knights coach is
exasperated, to say the least, Harrison.
He's seen ghost. It's now Richards bringing it up again for the Mountaineers. And he is called on the double dribble. Did seem like he did just pick it up for a second.
Dante Richards committing that infraction, although he has been maybe the best player on the Mountaineers side. Led them in points, 14 in half number one. You'll want to help them stay in the lead here with the Wolves breathing down their neck.
Gesem guarded by Kalora. 5-point lead for the Mountaineers. Now driving is Webster. And out of bounds it goes. Deflected off, so once again, the Wolves keep possession.
Algonquin lucky to retain possession there. Every empty basket, or every possession, excuse me, so hurting in a close basketball game like this, especially when you're the team trailing from behind. As frustrated as the Mountaineers are, they are still playing with the lead.
Yes, they are, and up by 5. Still have a little bit of wiggle room, not a lot, as Adam almost deflects that pass. Off the inbound, Teixeira. Now Brown with it. Brown, down low, Holden won't get the slam. Holder, sorry, won't get the slam this time, but he will take the 2 layups. Now inbound, Richards to Adam. Adam quickly up the court, Jackson. Jackson and a foul call.
Mountaineers getting a call every time down the court now. And get a chance to set up a play off the inbound. Dante Richards in the wrong spot to get this one going.
3-point lead now for the Mountaineers. It was 9 at the start of the 3rd quarter, but it has been reduced. Kalora finds Jackson, goes in, goes for it all. Goes down hard, no foul called.
I don't mind that decision from Jackson, but
how was that not a foul?
There's a lot of contact.
Slipped off his hands, and then he got whacked for it. And now the Wolves with a chance to make it a 1-point game or maybe even tie it. Brown, guarded closely by Richards. Brown's pass almost thrown away. Omofoma with the tip. Picked up, and another slam from Holder, and the game is tied. Kalora, layup, no good. Rebound collected by the Wolves as they have a chance to take their first lead since the 1st quarter.
And if I'm the Wolves, I'm finding Holder every time down the court. Let's see if they go to the big man again. He'll be setting a scroll to get the ball, actually.
Let's get the ball at the top of the key. Now Brown looking for him, takes the step back 3 and makes it to give the Wolves their first lead.
Finally, everything that had been going well for them for about a quarter and a half kind of comes to fruition as they take that lead, like you said, Harrison, first time since early in the 1st.
Omofoma's jumper no good. The Mountaineers shooting prowess has dried up, at least for the moment. Teixeira drives, fouled, and one to send him to the line.
And you have to think that timeout impending once play resumes, because things have gone from bad to worse for the Mohawk Mountaineers. They've watched a lead they enjoyed for almost 2.5 quarters, if not 2 quarters and 2 3/4 of the game evaporate, and now they're down 4 points. I think they blinked and suddenly they're in a totally different basketball. The whole momentum, the whole makeup of this game has been flipped on its head.
Make that 5 points, as it really just didn't feel like, you know, they had played necessarily bad basketball. They just could not put the ball into the net, while the Wolves could. Mercury, jumper, still no good. No one on the Mountaineers can get one to fall right now. Brown looking to add on to the newly crowned Wolves lead. Outside now, Gesem. Gesem down low, kick out. Wide open Teixeira, and he's got it.
When it rains, it pours here in the D-Bark, and right now, Mountaineers on the wrong end of that idiom, as they are just looking for any signs of life to get themselves back in the basketball game.
Surprise, no timeout has been called yet. Kaz can't take the 3, no one open. Jenkins, heel attack, kicks it out. Mercury fires the 3, Still no good. Kaz the rebound, tries to put it up, no foul. Mercury can't get the rebound, but it goes out of play. So the Wolves do not take possession, and finally the Mountaineers call a timeout. They're probably stunned.
They're stunned, and I think with less than a minute, or sorry, just over a minute, I believe, left in the fourth, they're going to be basically on the edge of desperation mode.
So we have a look at the playoff picture. The winner of this game would go on to face Centennial, I believe.
Yeah, so Centennial will take on the winner of this one. Like you said, Harrison, they had a huge win over Fanshawe, who Mohawk picked up a loss against in their last game. So even if they manage to overcome Algonquin here, they're going to have a tall task against a Centennial team who has blown out their conference rival here today, or over there against Fanshawe in Centennial. But right now, they got to take care of business in front of them.
Yes, they do. They can't focus on that. A minute to go still in the third. Mountaineers down but not out. Both teams have had shooting woes, and then, as you said, minutes of just not missing. As Jenkins on the inbound, can't seem to find anyone, finds Mercury. Mercury to Chong. Shot clock winding down, and a travel called, illegal screen called. So the Wolves take back possession again with a chance to maybe make it a double-digit lead for their first time.
And that short bench we were wondering about coming into the game is probably certainly in effect now. We see all the starters back on the floor. And I would be surprised to see them return for the start of the fourth.
Teixeira. Passes down low, layup, no good. Coming from Webster, but a foul called, that time on Dosen. And that'll send him to the line for two.
Enjoying some gushers over on the Wolves bench here. A little sugar boost, I guess, is the strategy there.
Whatever that boost they have had, it has worked. At least so far in this third quarter as Kalura gets ready to sub back in. Second free throw from Webster, not good as well, but the rebound collected. That time Mercury able to steal it. Now Kaz with it. Kaz to Mercury. Mercury to Jenkins. Kaz attacking, but a foul called. And that'll send him to the line with the Mountaineers being in the bonus.
And they need these points to fall for sure, as they need to just try and get this one as close as possible before the end of the third. And what started out as a dream start to this basketball game, I think, has turned into the Mountaineers' worst nightmare.
Yes, it has. It's finally, they will get points on the board from Kaz at the line. As he makes his first. Second free throw goes down as well. Kalura checks back in for the Mountaineers with PJ Hackshaw back in for the Wolves as well as Holder comes out. There was no real big man.
I'd like to see them attack us. Dosen comes out and you adjust accordingly, but I'd like to see Kaz and some of these slashers attack the interior if they get another possession here.
Hackshaw attacking, but a foul called on Mercury for the hand check.
That'll send him to the line, being in the bonus now. Devastating foul in a lot of ways.
Both teams find themselves in the bonus. First free throw good from Hackshaw. They lead back up to 7. Now make it 8 with that one going down as well, as the Mountaineers still can't seem to battle back into this game after what seemed like they were in total control. The lead slipped away. It's now Kaz. to Chong. Chong attacking to Kaz. He attacks. Layup, no good. No foul called. Able to tip it out to Jenkins. Now Chong. Kaz slow to get up. Chong, step back three. No good as it just goes off the rim and rolls out. So now the Wolves will make a sub.
What do you think the conversation's like in that Mohawk huddle right now? Is Coach Giarmaletto hitting the panic button yet, or are you still trying to maybe just think about these last 41 seconds and figure out how to come maybe within a 2-possession deficit here coming into the final quarter?
I think there'll be a panic button. Yeah, but he knows that time's running out on the Mountaineer season. Definitely not a deficit that seems insurmountable at all, because the Wolves have not been able to really, obviously they haven't had the lead for that long, but they haven't been able to pull away into double digits yet, although they are very close to it right now.
I think it's more of a body language concern and what seems to be the Algonquins' game to lose now. They seem to be the ones with all the energy, with all the pace, and Mohawk looking like they might be a little fatigued at this point in the basketball game.
McGuader attacking, foul called, offensive foul on the push. So the Mountaineers will get possession back with a chance to get the final point in the quarter, which could be a huge boost heading into the fourth, especially with them down. Dosen subbing in as well.
And surprise, surprise, in comes Holder as the counter to Dosen.
Big men will battle once again. Jenkins on the inbound finds Chong. Chong slowly bringing it up. 15 seconds now in the third. Kaz, Mercury. Takes it to Chong. Mercury attacking. Step back jumper, he's got it in a big 2 points. Clock still winding down. Teixeira gonna have to fire and does. This time it won't go down. As a 6-point lead for the Wolves heading into the fourth and final quarter of this one. We'll take a quick 2-minute break and we'll be back with fourth quarter action. We are ready. The D-Bark is ready for fourth quarter action. First round matchup between the visiting Algonquin Wolves and the home team, the Mohawk Mountaineers. Mountaineers led by as much, I think, as 12 or 11. And now it's the Wolves who have been in control for most of the second half, dominated the third quarter, up by 6. Final 10 minutes are underway. Teixeira attacking, jumper, no good. Mountaineers shooting woes begun in the third quarter after dominating for most of it. Kaz now attacks, kicks it out to Mercury. Mercury slows things down, looking for Dosen, can't find him. He'll step back, now Dosen with it. Dosen to Chong, steps up for 3. He's got it, and it's a 3-point game.
That is what they needed. They made 0 3-pointers in the third quarter after an explosion in the first half. Iverson Chong may be the one to get everyone going again a little bit here.
We've seen him be in that role before as the missed shot is rebounded by the shooter, PJ Hackshaw. That's just cannot happen right there for the Mountaineers. That could have been a stop for them. 5-point lead now for the Wolves. Mercury to Kaz, to Chong, screen by Dosen. Chong, no room for him. Shot clock starting to wind down. He attacks, layup, he's blocked, rebound, up for grabs off the hands of a Wolf defender.
And Holder continuing to be a problem on both sides of the court.
It's Adam and Richards both subbing in for the Mountaineers for Kaz and Chong. Holder has been a dominant force offensively and defensively in this one.
Right now it's 48 points to 18 in the paint in favor of Algonquin. So that just shows you his impact right there. Not only helping them rack it up inside, but defensively racking up the blocks and shutting down. As there's some confusion here about maybe a shot clock violation, but
now it will be the Wolves taking back possession. The Mountaineers gonna need to strengthen up defensively if they're gonna wanna not only get the ball back, but win this game. McGuader loses it, and just like that, Richards, who's definitely been the MVP in this one, starting to get fired up as the Mountaineers get possession back with Brown checking back in.
I'd like to see them play with a little more emotion, not over the edge or anything, but this is not a basketball team that has any intention of finishing their season in February. They want to play well into March, and they need to come up with a big performance here in the last 8:30 to do so.
Richards down low, Mercury lays it in, and just like that, it's a 3-point game again. Brown, guarded by Richards, has it stolen almost, swatted away. Brown again, passes it off to Hackshaw. He almost had it picked off. He goes for the layup, no good. Jenkins the rebound. Jenkins has it swatted, he loses it, and a foul called and one.
And it's the absolute unmovable object, or unstoppable force, I guess I should say, of Holder. Just when Mohawk was turning the tide, comes up with a big possible 3-point play.
Jenkins on the rebound got either hit in the face or the ball was redirected into his face. His free throw is good from Holder to complete the 3-point play to put the lead back up to 6. We'll have to see if that is insurmountable for the Mountaineers. They've been able to bring it down to 3, but nothing closer. Now Mercury off to Jenkins. Jenkins, no room. Dosen, back to Jenkins. Now Adam. Adam attacking, kicks it out Mercury. Richards, long 3, at the buzzer! 3-point game again.
MVP performance. Dante Richards adding on to what's already been a impressive night as they're trying to claw their way back into this basketball game.
And blocked! Mercury won't keep it inbound, but he rejects Brown that time, as finally the Mountaineers able to get a block. That was actually Mercury's second, if you remember, at the end of the second quarter, but still It is the Wolves with possession. Long outlet pass to Hackshaw. PJ Hackshaw guarded by Adam. Shot clock winding down. Hackshaw goes for it, but offensive foul. So finally the Mountaineers get that stop as it's Richards again with a MVP play.
Not a happy Algonquin bench despite still maintaining the lead.
The insurmountable 6-point lead might come to an end. Richards attacking, does get blocked. Mountaineers do keep possession. Good idea there to show that they're not afraid of the block, to just keep going for the layups. Richards will be on inbounding duty. Plays it out, Adam. Back to Jenkins. Adam to Kalora. Kalora, Richards, corner three. In and out. Jenkins deflects it, but the rebound will be collected by Brown. Now it is Teixeira attacking. His layup. No good. Dosen the rebound. Almost lost it. Now Jenkins picks it up, finds Adam. Adam, layup is good, and the foul! 1-point game with Adam going to the line.
Mohawk feeling like they have found that extra gear of fight and extra gear of want here in the fourth. They've battled back and they have not had an inch of free space given to them, as you see Adam fighting through some discomfort following all the contact on that shot.
Seen a couple bodies, and this one, Matt, a bit shaken up on both teams from not necessarily egregious contact, but just falling down.
And it's had a bit of that physical edge you'd expect from playoff basketball for sure.
It hasn't been dirty at all
Not
from
dirty.
either team. It's just been, you go for it, you'll commit a foul, bodies come down hard.
No free shots in this basketball game.
As
We're
the-
locked in at 71.
Locked in as the game is finally tied. Richard with the steal, but he just can't keep it alive. But he'll take it. Some great defense there onto Webster.
And Richards always has those active hands. We've seen him do things like this all season long, and he almost comes up with another steal.
Difference in this game, he's been perfect in terms of not reaching into contact. So now it is Jelani to Brown, who almost lost it. Brown, guarded by Jenkins. Tie game for the first time since, who knows, the beginning of the third. Shot clock winding down for Hackshaw. He attacks, goes for the layup. No good, offensive foul again. Jenkins this time. Some great positioning by Scotty Jenkins as he planted his feet perfectly. He's not moving.
Nope. And Mountaineers holding on to that tie game as Algonquin pleads their case, excuse me.
Now some discussions, a little bit. Oh, I think the ref was waiting for the sub as the Algonquin coaching staff probably mentioned they were going to make a sub, but the sub was not ready quite yet. So now things will calm down for at least a moment, and finally the technical foul called onto the Wolves. About time, in my opinion, as they probably dodged one too many bullets.
I think Hackshaw actually fouled out there, if I'm not mistaken, Harrison.
Really?
I could be wrong, but I think why they needed a sub was because he actually that was his sixth.
Could be that as Jenkins at the line to give the Mountaineers their first lead of the fourth quarter since the beginning of the third. Won't make the technical free throw, so we will stay deadlocked. Mountaineers do keep possession. Jenkins inbound to Kalora. Kalora brings it up with speed. attacks, layup, in and out, dosing the rebound. He goes for a layup, no good. Rebound collected by the Wolves. High press from two Mountaineer players. Jelani has it intercepted. Jenkins, wide open, three, no good. Rebound collected by Brown, and now the other way come the Wolves. Brown, tipped away by Richards again. The Wolves keep possession, but somehow after all that, a 40-second explosion of energy from both teams, no points on the board, and timeout called by Algonquin.
Opened up. It's just a wild sequence there, and yet another quick hand by Dante Richards. He's going to draw this timeout, but neither team able to get a footing again now with all the whistles and technical fouls and drama that we've had in the last little bit. Maybe both teams just looking to build some rhythm here. It's been real stop and go until it exploded.
No team was able to score in between those mini scrums that we saw. Jenkins, who after making the first three in the first quarter has struggled, Matt has not been able to make another one, including that open one, but he'll keep shooting. As both teams would probably, I wouldn't even say that's for a breather, but maybe just a complete reset.
Yeah, I mean, it's a 0-0 basketball game. This is going to be who is the better team now in the next 6 minutes. We've seen both teams have long stretches of control in terms of momentum. But now, as the playoffs always do, it's going to decide who gets to keep playing in this OCAA tournament based on who has that last bit, who can dig deeper, who can get that last final push. That's gonna, for the Mountaineers, they're gonna need to start with a stop on defense and keeping the ball out of Holder's hands if possible.
Jelani's inbound to Teixeira. James Teixeira. Screen from Holder. Teixeira's pass to Brown. Brown makes the pass. Adam deflects it, and now Kalura picks it up. Kalura with speed. Kicks it out. Jenkins doesn't take the three. Now Adam, his three-pointer. No good, and the rebound collected by Teixeira. Jelani motioning to slow things down as now it's Brown. Almost halfway done the fourth and maybe final quarter of this one. Brown can't find anyone, finds Jelani. Shot clock winding down for him. Jelani down low to Trafford. Sorry, to Holder, and a foul called on Adam. No bonus yet for the Wolves. Jenkins is subbed out for Chong. They will keep the inbound. Single elimination in these playoffs, Matt, so there is no best of 7 or even best of 5 or 3. It all comes down to one. Teixeira, Jelani Brown. Brown attacking, layup. No good, offensive foul again. The charge once again. As Richards, he's playing it. He's playing it every time. He's not in motion, so that is a good call.
That looks good on the replay there, like you said, feet planted. And credit to the referees, like they're saying.
He's playing it.
And they're calling it. It's not like they have been inconsistent with that call. It's literally been 3 distinct opportunities now, 3 distinct instances, I mean, where they've called that play the exact same way, and Algonquin has not adjusted their play accordingly.
Teixeira down low in the corner, Holder, floater, no good. Rebound collected once again, that time by Vavel. That pass stolen away. Now Adam up to Richards, and maybe a chance for someone to score. Richards, Chong, corner 3, won't go, a foul called. That time on the Mountaineers, so once again, no one has scored. Maybe 2 minutes of play. Has subs being made for the Mountaineers.
And even though we got 4.5 left, it definitely feels like we're into a last like this one's gonna come down to the last possession. I mean, we'll see if somebody has a run here, but these teams have locked horns as of late.
Jelani. Teixeira. Teixeira still with it. Back to Jelani. Jelani. Long pass. Out of bounds. The Mountaineers take it back. Substitution coming in as well for Mohawk, as Dawson will take a breather with Jackson coming in. So once again, a chance for the Mountaineers to score after the Wolves could not.
They got the active hands line here is all the big rebounders and stealers. I mean, Dawson obviously the big rebounder not in, but you got Kaz with Jerry, Junior Mercury, Dante Richards, and Jalen Jackson in there, not to mention Iverson Chung, who's got the basketball. A turnover-friendly or turnover-generating friendly lineup on the floor right
winding
now.
down. Mercury fires it at the buzzer! Finally, something falls, and it's Mercury for the Mountaineers. Now Brown, can he respond for the Wolves? Jelani into the corner. Vavel kicks it out. Brown for three, and we're tied again.
Anything you can do, I can do also.
They have completely locked horns as now Richards brings it up to Chong. Chong slowing things down. Jackson, he holds on to it. Jackson to Richards. Sean Cluck starting to wind down again. Richards, an offensive foul called on Mercury. So the Wolves take back possession with the game tied once again.
That's going to have to be called every single time now, just based on the dramatics we've had surrounding those calls. Now the referees aren't going to let anything like that slide whatsoever in terms of maybe a call going the other way for a defensive foul.
Jenkins back in for Richards. Brown, who just made the huge three following Mercury's big three. Vavel, guarded by Kaz. Vavel, still with it, kicks it out to Brown. 3 minutes to go, shot clock winding down. Long pass down low, and the layup is good as they finally find Holder again.
Dawson off. Jerry Mercury's gonna need help on the interior with Holder. He's outsized.
Jackson to Kaz. Chong. Mercury with the screen. Chong, step back for three. No good, Jackson the rebound. He was wide open, couldn't find it. Now Jenkins with it. Jenkins to Jackson. Jackson to Mercury as it's stolen away, keeps it alive. Out of play first. I think a foul was called, so that'll send Mercury to the line for two. With Dawson coming back in, I think that's a response to what you said, Matt, with Holder making that layup.
Yeah. They need a body-on-body matchup with Holder. And I think Dawson's had his hands so full defending, we haven't really seen his offensive prowess quite come out.
First free throw good for Mercury. Can sense the tension and the nerves between both these teams and the crowd. Mercury made the clutch three earlier, does sink both free throws, so we are tied again, this time at 76. Brown. Outside now. It's down low to Gesem. Gesem's pass deflected, Mercury steals, and now it's Chong with some space. He'll keep attacking, goes to the layup, has it swatted by Brown, but the Mountaineers keep possession with almost 2 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Jenkins on the inbound. Jenkins outside to Chong. Chong. Jenkins. Jenkins for three. He got it to bounce! Finally, Jenkins, first three since the first quarter. Couldn't have come at a better time.
Yeah, that slump buster putting Mohawk back up as we get under 2 minutes in crunch time in the fourth quarter.
And out of bounds goes Brown. So the Mountaineers take back possession with a chance to make it a 2-score game. Whew. Take a breather.
Thought this week of hockey was anxiety-inducing. Now we've got probably the tensest moment we've got to call here in the D-Bark so far.
Men's hockey, the women's hockey.
Just a week of sports unlike any other.
Yes, it has been, and March Madness coming up soon in basketball. This is a nice prelude to what we could probably expect as the Wolves make a sub, as it is Jelani coming back into the game. A full court press from them. Only Dosen being left open. Is on the inbound. Jenkins will find Chong with ease. Now Dosen. He'll slow it down. Jenkins, who just made the clutch 3 a moment ago. Jenkins hands it off to Chong. 10 seconds to go on the shot clock. Chong attacking. Layup blocked. Once again, it is Holder. And now the other way come the Wolves. The pass to Brown, almost lost it. And now outside, Teixeira. Teixeira to Brown. Brown attacking, layup, no good. Jenkins the rebound.
Big rebound by Scotty J.
And a flagrant foul that time has seemed to be Kaz got for no reason pushed into the crowd.
Didn't see exactly what happened there, on the backside of the play.
The emotions running high for both teams, but it's only one that's able to stay composed for the moment.
Everything riding on this next minute and 11 seconds as the referees deliberate that interaction between players trailing the play.
I'd love to see a replay, as I missed what happened to Kaz. It seemed to be Brown was communicating with the referee and then saw Kaz and said, "I'm gonna push you." And Kaz did not respond. Smart move on his part, as he will get a chance at the line with maybe a flagrant or technical free throw. A minute and 11 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter. Again, if tied, we will go to overtime. However, with the Mountaineers up by 3 and a chance to maybe add on at the free throw line and will get possession back, they would love to finish it off right here. 2 shots. It's just announced, so Kaz will have a chance to make it a 2-score game.
Then you start counting possessions and you like your spot if you're the Mountaineers, but Kaz won't be able to get them quite as comfortable as you'd like with that big lead, but still an opportunity to make it 2 scores.
He will make it 2 scores, a 4-point lead for the Mountaineers, and even better, Matt, they have the ball, so they have a chance to add on to that 4-point lead. Jenkins will be on the inbound.
Most important possession to get into a smart shot. See what Coach Girolamo dialed up in that little huddle.
Mercury almost loses it, finds Chong. Chong doesn't fire the 3, finds Kaz. Kaz can't kick it out. Dosen, his 3-pointer, won't go. Kaz can't get the rebound, and now here come the Wolves. Under a minute to go. With it now is Vaval. It's stolen away! Dosen intercepts the pass, and now here's Kaz. He will definitely try to slow things down. Chong. No pressure coming his way as Brown slowly steps up. Screen by Dosen. Chong to Jenkins. Jenkins, double team. Chong's pass stolen away. The layup will fall, and it's a 2-point game. Timeout called.
Just when you thought things might be getting wrapped up. Big turnover there by Scotty J.
Really had no other option as no one was close to him. And we'll take a short breather with maybe the conclusion of this one coming up shortly. underway. Basically 30 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. A 2-point Mountaineer lead. Still a shot clock for them as Jenkins on the inbound. We'll have to see what the Wolves opt to do. Seems like they won't go for the intentional foul. But Chong is fouled that time by Brown. So that'll put him at the line with the bonus, with a chance to make it a 2-possession game again. Could be huge.
Could be the death blow if the possessions go the Mountaineers' way, excuse me, as Chong sinks that first one. A huge point right there. And another one, huge point coming up. The biggest point of the whole season.
The leader for this team leads by example with 2 clutch free throws. Now a 2-score game and a timeout called by the Wolves, as that was probably not what they had hoped for to begin that possession, as Chong with ice in his veins. So now the Wolves, do you think they'll go for the 3, Matt, or do you think they'd go for the 2 and then maybe a steal or intentionally foul?
Well, we know they're going to be in literally as full press as you could possibly be. And I think you have to hope for a turnover at some point, no matter what. So I think it's got to be a 2-pointer, probably to hold her inside somewhere.
The referees are ready. Coaches getting their last words into their players for maybe the last time. Chong doing his best to ice the game with clutch free throws. A leader leading by example.
And he is, I mean, if you're going to pick one player on this whole roster to put at the free throw line at a moment like that, I don't think there's anyone you'd pick over Iverson Chong, would you?
I don't think so, as you're going to go down with your captain. But at least in that moment, Chong doing the complete opposite, rising to the occasion with 24.1 on the clock. Off the inbound.
They're giving Holder space here.
Gezin does find his man Teixeira. Teixeira attacking, goes to the layup, no good. And a foul call, so that'll send him to the line with 18.6. Do you make the first free throw and then try to miss the second and maybe have Holder, who's been dominating, get the rebound? Or do you just make both? Still 18.6 on the clock, no more shot clock, but still plenty of time.
Oh, I think you get the points that are sitting there, and
Teixeira misses. Huge miss on the first to keep it a 2-score game. The crowd trying to get to him once again. Second free throw, this time he sinks it. So now a 3-point lead.
I think the quick foul's coming.
Jenkins inbounds to Chong. Chong loses it. Mercury battling for it. Jump ball. And the Mountaineers do keep possession. Almost a scary moment. Once again, Mountaineers on the inbound. After that last one, they'll definitely want to turn things around. Try something else. Jenkins again on the inbound. Jenkins on the inbound. 13.7 to go. Jenkins finds Dosen. Now Jenkins with it. Quick pass to Kaz. Kaz now, he is fouled hard. That could be a flagrant, and I think it is.
Yeah, that was uncalled for. I understand emotions have been high towards the end of the game, but there was something extra on that one that just doesn't have a place in a game that is now all but wrapped up from that, I think. And it could cost your team the season, because you're not, if Kaz can sink this, and it could wrap it up.
Seems like Kaz has become the Wolves punching bag for whatever reason, but I think honestly he'll be okay with taking those punches as he'll lick his wounds.
Yeah.
Up by 3 with a chance at the line to once again make it a 2-score game. Subs for both teams coming in. Mountaineers making more than a few. Kaz steps up to the line. 7.9 to go as the Mountaineers were able to break out of their zone. First free throw goes, so it's a 4-point lead with that. Making up for his miss earlier. Second free throw good as well. 5-point lead as he'll sub out for Kalura. And the Mountaineers keep the ball because of the personal foul. And a timeout called by the Mountaineers as they definitely would like to just inbound this one to finish the game. That'll be the game right here if they can get the ball into play without any sort of steal or interception from the Wolves with 7.9 to go.
And if you're the Wolves, you're looking for a hero, a miracle, a fluke, all of the above. If not, you're looking at your season winding down in about 7 seconds. And if you're the Mountaineers, what I would say a valiant fourth quarter effort to, you came into the fourth trailing, looking a little bit deflated, to be frank, looking a little bit flat, and you take your bounces, you take your opportunities, and most importantly, they fought. We saw them fight and play playoff basketball in this fourth quarter, and I think there's no doubt in my mind they deserve to win this game, and they just need to execute one last time to do so, Harrison.
The Wolves battle back in the second and third, but it's the Mountaineers who have been the better fourth quarter team, and that's what you said, Matt. The team that will win is the team that plays the best final 6 minutes, and the intensity and emotion has gotten to the Wolves, especially their coaching staff, and it's maybe you may as well just say it's maybe costed them just a little bit. As now Richards on the inbound will lob it up. Mercury puts it up and in to seal the game.
That should be game, set, and match.
Three-pointer up, no good. Goes out of play with 1.6. A design set play to find Mercury on the alley-oop. It wasn't a slam, but it was 2 points. And with that, the game is over. The Mountaineers battle back to win it 79-86, winning by 7 after being down 6 in the fourth quarter. What a comeback. As they hold on here, we'll have a look at some highlights as both teams will shake hands, and we will have a post-game interview with Matt Jandrew with the MVP of this one. The Mountaineers will move on to the second round, where they will be playing Centennial, if I'm not mistaken, away from home, so we will not be able to commentate on that one.
Thank you, Harrison. I'm here with our player of the game, Dante Richards. Dante, you guys were trailing going into the fourth quarter. What was the mindset in between the quarters and then coming out the way you guys did?
Grit. That's it. One word. That's all we have. Every man here has it. We all want it, so we're going to go get it every single game. Come on.
And you guys have earned another playoff game. It's going to be against Centennial. You beat them last year in the playoffs. What do you like about that matchup, and what is going to be the mindset going into that game?
It didn't matter who it is. We wanted anyone. We're ready for anyone, man. It doesn't matter what we did last year.
No doubt. Thank you, man.
Matt, thank you, Dante Richards and the entire Mohawk Mountaineers men's basketball team. That is it for our broadcast tonight. Have a safe drive home, and we will see you again. Thank you. That was Harrison Myers and Matt Jandrew. Have a good rest of your night.